you guys are having a fantastic day. Today is the Pokemon Regionals. I'm very lucky. I blanked on this and somebody, actually a friend of mine, let me know about this. So right now I am headed off to the Pokemon Regionals here in Charlotte. I actually right now have I have some mail that I have to drop off here for eBay, and then I will be on my merry way to the convention center. It's the coldest day of the month, so it's really chilly, but it's a good day to be inside. So hopefully we see some crazy vendors, some crazy cards. Should be a fun event, so I'll keep you guys posted. What's up, guys? So I decided to take the good old M3 today, and it's nice to drive this car. I haven't driven it nearly as much as I'd like to, but we're off to the Pokemon Regionals. Should be fun. We're about to hit the highway here in a little bit, and luckily I live like 5 minutes from uptown, so we hit the highway. We're 5 minutes from the convention center. I'm gonna go ahead and park myself at Whole Foods. Hopefully I can get away with free parking like I did the last time. We'll see how that works out. But I'm nervous. I'm always nervous before any kind of event, whether it's a trade night or Collecticon. It's just, there's gonna be a lot of people there. I don't think it's gonna be as many vendors as I'd probably like, even though I'm not really going to make deals. Just to be fully transparent, guys, I am going just to get some good content and hopefully see some really cool cards. So we're going on the roundabout now. Sorry about my shoddy camera work. Okay, this is always a sketchy part of... Okay, nice. I actually am going to be able to get on the highway pretty easily. Here we go, and we're off. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit here once we get to the convention center. I'm going to focus on driving here for a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited about going. Obviously people are going to be playing. It's a massive tournament. I don't have a deck or anything ready to go. I am just going as a spectator, but I still think it'll be enjoyable. There's a ton of people there. It's in my city. It's down the street. It's only $17, and I can go tomorrow as well. This was going on yesterday, but I was working. Well, no, I could have gone. I could have gone during the morning, but oh well. Anyways, I'll give you guys an update once I get there and we're walking in. I don't want to be too irresponsible being recording while I'm driving, especially on the highway. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Peace. I really just wanted to get this gorgeous view of Charlotte. For any of you that have never been to Charlotte or want to know what it's like, this is what I drive to work to every single day. This is the beautiful city of Charlotte. I mean, it's grown a ton in the last couple of years, but essentially not much has changed in terms of the skyscrapers. I don't even know if I should call them skyscrapers, because I don't really consider Charlotte a big city, other than the fact that it's like a financial banking hub. But yeah, this is a nice little view. I do think this is kind of cool when you get to see from my perspective every day what it's like driving in. I guess I kind of am going to end up recording the whole trip, right? Because this is all part of the experience. This guy's gonna go around me. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful city. I love living in Charlotte. A lot of my friends have left Charlotte, but I've always liked living here. I've never seen an issue with it. Alright, now I'm going to get off because we're getting off on this other roundabout. Alright guys, so I've gotten off of the roundabout and I'm just going to show you some more cool little city views. Let's change this to second gear real quick. Here we are, uptown Charlotte. I know they're little snippets of videos. I just want to be safer than sorry and record when I'm comfortable. But yeah, we're in Uptown right now, and we're right down the street from the convention center. So be there any minute now. You guys kind of get the idea that I live literally 5 minutes from Uptown. It takes me 0 time to get up here. This light is taking super long. Come on now, come on. This is the longest light in the existence of red lights. I'm kind of tired though. I worked a really late night last night and I had plans of going to the gym. So, not exactly what I had in mind, but all right, we got the green light. Let's go. Okay. We gotta get over on this lane. And the Whole Foods should be up here. Should be right up ahead. Yeah, I think the Whole Foods is right up over there. So we should be pulling up to the Whole Foods any minute now. The convention center's right up here on our right, but you guys will see that in a second. But all right, peace out. I'm gonna go ahead and park this guy. All right, guys, we are in the parking deck of Whole Foods. Go ahead and turn this guy off. I got some prime parking, and so I did bring my book bag. I didn't bring very much, but I brought my book bag just so that if anybody wanted to see anything, I could share, or if I had a desperate trade to make, I could make the trade. Got my little tripod in there, keep handy with me. All right. And here we go. Here comes Collecticon, or no, Regionals 2024. And M3's looking snazzy. Beautiful. Whew. It is a brisk morning in Charlotte. I honestly can't believe I'm doing this. I barely got any sleep. I'm tired, kind of hungry. I should have had some water before I came here, but now I'm just whining. Okay, so this is funny. It feels like just yesterday I was at Collecticon. So here we are. A little bit longer of a walk than I'd like, but the convention center is just up ahead. You can see we're passing our Whole Foods right here. Might need to stop in there and get some food afterwards, but I'm excited. This is the first regionals that I've ever been to. Now they're having tournaments all over town. I know my local shop is having a tournament today and tomorrow, but we're gonna see what it's all about at the convention center, and we're walking up on it right now. So the convention center in Charlotte is a massive glass building, essentially. I mean, I believe it's this one. Is it this one or the next one? So this is what I stood in line for Collecticon for. It's this massive glass building. I'm pretty sure this is it. So yeah, I was just a block away. Got my parking, almost in. Anxiety through the roof. But we're almost there, and maybe I'll see some Grail cards there. Maybe I'll see some cool sealed products. But again, this is not a big vendor expo. This is really for tournaments and people to compete against one another. This would have been great if I registered with a deck that I built. This would have been fantastic, but maybe we'll do that next year. So we're kind of the corner of the convention center. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Whew. My hand is absolutely frozen holding the phone right now. Good Lord, it is cold out. Whew. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys more than anything, because I kind of know what to expect here. I think the first day was a lot more packed out, kind of like Charlotte Collecticon. I think there's just a lot of people here the first day. I can't speak to how this second day is going to be here because I wasn't here for the first day. But the first one, I parked over there and walked down the street. Good memories. Good memories. But either way, it'll be really cool for you guys. You guys are gonna see. I mean, I really came out here today for you guys. Came for you to get a perspective from my end on what everything looks like, and what you should expect if you go to a Pokemon Regionals. There's people all over the world coming to this thing. I mean, there's people flying their kids from Brazil to go to this thing. It's very international. Got a couple people out front. It looks like it's a lot more low-key than it was in the photos and videos, but that could be because it's the second day. So we're about to walk in now, guys. Here we go. Woo. Okay, and let's see. Oh yeah, it was way more slammed first day. So we are in the convention center now. The first day it looked like this place was full, but also we're getting in here a little bit late this morning. So I'm gonna go up here and give them my info, get my little card pass, and then we'll be on our merry way. All right, guys. So from here, I'm gonna have you guys with a frontal perspective, unless I meet somebody that I want to talk to, and I'll put it back like this. But it's gonna be from a frontal perspective, so you guys can see things from my angle. All right. Okay, so guys, it turns out this is actually the first day for it officially. I got my wristband, so we're good to go. And now we're gonna go down the escalator here. Might take me a second. All right, guys, this is it. I don't know what's going on over there, but we might check on that in a bit. Woo. I'm wearing my fresh white Vans today for good luck. All right, here we go. So right down here, just like Collecticon, this is where everything's happening. Yeah, you guys can see through there. Holy crap, that's a lot of people. Yeah, this is definitely a worthwhile event to go to get the full experience, guys. This thing is going to be packed, absolutely packed. And there are some massive cash rewards. Oh man. And here we are. Good Lord, guys. Holy cow, look at all these kids playing. Oh my God. Like, you guys are right here with me. Look at this. I definitely should have made a deck. Look at all these kids. My God. I really thought it was going to be more adults, to be honest with you, but this is mostly kids. Holy cow. I don't know. I don't even know where the vendors are. I don't even feel like I see vendors. This is for match slips. Oh, this is so cool. As you guys can see up there, we've got some people playing up there. I've always seen footage of people playing from these, but I've never actually been to one, so this is pretty cool. Wow. This is definitely geared towards the players only. I don't even know where the vendors are. I think there's like 7 vendors. I do want to show you guys some sick cards. But yeah, everybody is playing. Over here, we got kind of the video game section. Everybody's, I guess, playing on their Switches. This is unreal. That is crazy. So these people could have come from all over the world. They could have come from anywhere. We have no idea where all these people are from, but there's clearly, if this place is full, there's clearly a huge demand for this kind of thing. Oh my God, just everywhere. So I guess these people are just either parents or friends just hanging out. And then we've got some vendors over here, so we're gonna walk over to these vendors, see what these vendors have. Don't mind me. I'm just the YouTuber who doesn't play video games or the card game competitively, so I'm feeling kind of left out. I really need to prepare for this next year, potentially, for playing and potentially making a deck. So we'll there's a couple vendors here. Wow, really not a lot of vendors at all. But let's go ahead and check out what these guys have. The Dark Side Gaming. Okay, let's see what's over here. This is really going to be the vendor experience for regionals. So we got a bunch of plushies over here, some basic products back in here. Some of your modern sets. Then we got singles over here. A lot of modern singles. Ooh, 151, my baby. 38 bucks for that Alakazam SIR. Bunch of trainers. A bunch of trainers. Okay, so this box looks like it's mainly trainers over here. Then over here, let's see if there's anything. It's still crazy to me. The cards like that Entei Crown Zenith, $16 for that card. Such a beautiful card. Let's see if there's anything else, guys, that catches my eye in here. Oh, we got that is a sick full art of that Blaziken. I'm guessing that's a Chilling Reign Blaziken that I have not seen for that full art. And then we got that SIR Blastoise behind it. Are those GameStop promos? Yeah, we got some GameStop promos back in there. But, my question is there going to be anything like super grail based that I need? I do need a lot of these cards. That Giratina full art, I do need that. Like, I definitely need cards. Oh, that Garchomp. I'm definitely a big fan of that Garchomp. That might be one of my favorite cards from Paradox Rift. Hey, we got some stuff over here. Ooh, let me get into some. I really need that Espeon. I need that Espeon. Just sold one of those Charizards. Here we got the infamous Fusion Strike Gengar VMAX. Still need that one for the binder. That's an awesome card. And then that Rainbow, that Sun and Moon Rainbow Gengar Mimikyu.
All of the cards.
Sweet. So this looks like it's mainly alt arts in here. It looks like they had some sales just to start out. We got some Legendary Collection down here. Roaring Moon still sitting at $80. There's that Machamp, Marshadow, that's cool. Giratina, that card is actually pretty decently priced, $250. That was a $350 card for the longest time. I actually still need these VMAXs. They got the Sylveon and the Glaceon. I may end up coming back with those. Really depends what the vendor action is like here. Cards from Crown Zenith. Don't know if I have that Leafeon. I definitely don't have that Mewtwo. I'm still missing a lot of modern cards. So there's a nice little selection in here. Oh, there's my Miraidon. My Miraidon that I love so much. They got the gold and the full art. Love that card. Alright, over here. Let's see. We got a hodgepodge of stuff going on over here. Hopefully you guys can see pretty clearly a good picture of everything. I'm definitely looking for modern that I don't have, but I'm keeping an open mind. Ooh, there's good old 151 Venusaur hanging out in the corner. Part of me really wants to buy their 151 singles, but we're gonna look around. We're gonna see what else is all here. Oh, there's a sick Regigigas. There's a sick Regigigas right there. So yeah, just coming in, getting an idea. I know the vendors pay a pretty penny to have these tables, so they might be able to negotiate, but also at the same time they're paying to be here, so that's also a factor. There's a Zapdos EX for 42. I'm literally tempted to just grab, oh wow, and the EV premium collection boxes that come with the Vaporeon collection box. Look how much these are priced at. These literally, you got both of these came in that box, and they're each almost the price of that box when it came out. I think it was $40 when it came out, the 24 and 29. Those are stunning though. Definitely beautiful Vaporeon cards. Let me back this up. Got some binders over here, and guys, there's a couple other vendors. It might not be as much content as I had thought. Oh, see, this is I'm all about the hustle, and they even got the sleeves here for sale. And I'm telling you guys, if you hang on to your sleeves, you can actually sell these much easier in person, obviously, because you don't have to deal with shipping. But clearly there's a hustle here. We got some older ones. You got Champion's Path right there. But we're working a hustle. This kid's going through a binder over here. We might come back to that. Is this your binder right here? Or
not my binder.
Your binder? Okay. Got some sick Garys right here. We got some Garys. We got Giovanni's Gary. We got a Misty's Gary. Phase 2 Blastoise, a Shining Gary. A lot of Gary action. Alright, let's see what else we got here, guys. So it looks like this is kind of the line of vendors. So go over this, see what we got here. I know this is kind of one long take, but I've already cut it several times. Alright, so I'm kind of in line right now, waiting to get to the rest of these cards and see what everybody's looking at. So we got Troll and Toad here, which one of my buddies actually is good friends with these guys. Oh my lord, look at that Pokemon Classic Collection box. They weren't lying. Oh my god, that thing is huge. I kind of understand the price point just based on how big that thing is and what you get inside. Yeah, that thing is ridiculous. Yeah, you agreeing with me? Ridiculously large box.
Oh yeah, that's overkill.
Yeah.
That's a gun to a
I
knife
think,
fight.
I think a lot of us ended up just sitting out on that because it was so expensive at retail. If that was a $200 box, I think they would have had a ton of buyers, considering we all bought UPCs for $120. So right here, it looks like we got mostly trainers. So it looks like we got mostly trainers there. Over here. Ooh, that King Gambit's sweet. I haven't seen one of those in person. That King Gambit illustration right there. That's pretty sweet. Let's see if there's anything that pops out. Any kind of Grail cards. A lot of modern here, guys. A lot of modern. And I don't know if... I mean, modern is definitely... That's what's hot right now, but I'm really hoping to see a little bit more mid-era, a little bit more vintage. Ooh, like that Power Keeper's Charizard. That boy's calling my name. He's pretty. Ooh, that VMAX Espeon. That is a beauty. Yeah, I've still got some ground to cover as far as Evolving Skies. So this is a pretty sweet. This is a pretty sweet little little box right here. See, there's a base set Charizard hanging out at the top. There's a VMAX Rainbow Fat Pika. There we go. Gosh, the Gardevoir. That Gardevoir is only $22. Jeez Louise. We got 160 for a reverse Power Keeper's Charizard. That's nice, very nice. And so I expect a good bit from Troll and Toad, though. I have pretty high expectations when it comes to a vendor like this. I'm sure there's more that might not even be out here. I know they have more. But we got a lot of EXs here. I do need EXs. Fortunately for me, I actually do have both of these EXs. I do need that Hitmonchan EX. I need that Raikou EX. That Ninetales EX. They do have some EXs. Vileplume EX. Wailord EX. They've got some solid EXs. Typhlosion EX, Scyther EX, two Scyther EXs. There's definitely a couple cards here. I'm starting to see that I need. Oh, we got a lot of the Iron Valiants here.
But I'm like hoping that just the range.
Bunch of Iron Valiants in here. Bunch of Golden Goes. Ooh, raw Charizards for 125. That's tempting. That's a little tempting. Roaring Moons for 100. Okay. Got an Erica's Venusaur all the way in the back. Let's see what we got over here. We got the tag team all darts with the Psyduck. Oh, there we go. We got our first kind of Grail card that I've seen since coming here. Latias, Latios. Luckily for me, I've already traded for that one. Oh, we got some first edition. We got some first edition Neo Genesis Steelix. Very nice. We got a Blissey in there. This is pretty cool. The test tube Mewtwo. That's a pretty sweet card. First edition Heracross. Yeah, there's actually some banging first editions. I like the price point on that Heracross. I think this is probably going to be the most fun point of this whole thing for you guys, is just to see some of the selection here. I had that Espeon for a little while. We got some secret rare Pikachus over here. I really want that Tyranitar here. So yeah, right off the bat, coming in here, there's some stuff. We got a Gold Star Kyogre over there, so that's another Grail card. I haven't seen, that's the first Gold Star I've seen. That's the first, that Legendary Collection Venusaur. That's the first of its kind that I've seen. Again, there's not a lot of vendors here, so I feel like we're not going to be too shocked here, but those are pretty good. We got that Ninetales as Aquapolis. Yeah, there's definitely some good stuff here. I'm mainly eyeballing the Tyranitar Sableye. That thing is sweet. I've been wanting that thing and putting it off for a while now. But, okay, and then we got sleeves over here, and then we got pins. We got a ton of pins. I just want to put my hand in here. Oh, yeah, baby. What's all... So are these all... I don't even know what some of these are. Mostly Pokemon. That's cool. I guess, you know, there's a market for everything. Grim Snarl. Ton of pins there. Okay, they got plushies in the back there. Okay, let's move on. Next spot. Alright, now this table is slammed. So we got original 151 right here. This table is slammed. This is where it's going to be fun for you guys. Alright, here we go. Here we go. That Rayquaza EX is calling my name a lot. There's actually a lot of awesome stuff here. I didn't bring a lot with me. I think I brought like $300 with me, which is nothing compared to the first Collecticon. But dude, there's a lot of awesome prices here. 60 bucks, that Rockets Mewtwo, Rockets Moltres, 35 bucks. There's some sweet stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here, guys. So I'm just gonna actually back this up so you guys can kind of see everything that's in here. We got a mix of older generations, but this is the stuff that I like the most. I like to see the vintage stuff more than anything. Yeah, let's go over here. And I still need a lot of this stuff to complete all these vintage sets. We got a whole row of Vaporeons right here. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We got some Umbreon action. Some of these came from promos. Particularly this one. This one was a Sword and Shield promo. I remember that guy. We got a bunch of Typhlosions. It looks like they kind of have it set up for the actual Pokemon themselves. Very nice, very cool. We got some Swampert, some Suicunes up there. All right, so right here we've got some Heart Gold. We've got some Heart Gold stuff right here, I believe. Some EXs, that Zapdos EX, I need that guy. Alright, and this whole area is open right here, so I'm going to browse over everything here. Raichu EX. Yeah, I could definitely have a good time coming here and just spending money. And hopefully you guys appreciate this as much as I do. Damn, that Nidoking is mean. Got some Shadowless right here. So I think, given the name being Original 151, I have a theory that this is probably only Original 151 Pokemon. I think I actually do need one of these Meganiums as well. Good. You're all good? What's over there? Okay. All right. He's telling me how amazing the case is. Appreciate you. We'll get to that one in a little bit. Oh, that Latios is sweet. I've literally never even seen that Latios before. That's pretty cool. And that's the other thing. I need to, sometimes I need to go to these things and educate myself on everything in those sets, everything that I'm missing still. I know I'm missing so many reverses from the older sets. Ooh, that light Togetic has a nice little swirl on it. Not gonna be able to catch that probably, but got our Ho-Ohs right here. They have a ton of stock. Like, good God. I'm guessing these guys go to all the typical conventions too. I'm very excited for this kind of grail case that they're talking about over here. So I'm excited to check that out. But there's still a lot of really nice, good stuff over here for decent pricing. I mean, I don't see anything that's too overpriced. Try and get it a little bit closer for you guys. Oh yeah, that Neo Destiny Gengar, that's sick. The Team Rocket Dragonite, classic. Team Rocket Blastoise, classic. Dark Raichu is one of my favorites, even though I think he's often overlooked. Classic Dragonite, love the classics, even though people are probably tired of hearing about the classics. Yeah, these legendary collection reverses are always expensive. Those are never cheap. That's going to be a crazy set for me to ever try and complete. A bunch of Blastoises here, and all like for pretty decent pricing. I mean, $50, $50. It's crazy to me how cheap some of these older cards are. I need so many of these. I need that Absol right there. But yeah, Original 151, this place seems to have the best selection that I've seen so far. And we're just getting started here. We still have a lot of stuff to look at. If I can get, so I might have to come back to this middle section. There's people, okay, I'm gonna just squeeze in right here, guys. I don't think I'm missing too much over here. Yeah, so they have stuff that's not the Original 151. That's just the name. Bunch of modern here. Need that T-Tar. Need that alternate art T-Tar still. Alright, more modern. Got some GameStop promos. It's crazy that these are actually selling. I need that full art. That's the full art Umbreon from Evolving Skies. I need that guy.
Got your Mew? YouTube? Nice.
Oh, we got a personal binder. Could I see into the personal binder? Sweet. So we got somebody's personal binder here, which is always cool to see.
You can pull up
Oh, and we got the, yeah, I got you. And we got the Neo Discovery Umbreon, which is one of my favorite Umbreons.
I'd actually start up here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you.
I don't want to set it on the cars.
I think you'd be fine to set it, dude. Like they're so used to doing these things. Sweet. So we got somebody's personal collection binder, which is awesomely cultivated here. We got a whole page for just Mewtwo. We got the Shining Mew. We've got this beautiful reverse over here, the Test Tube Mew. I just recently sold that guy. I think it's cool that binders now can fit these top loaders. We have this Mew EX. That guy's a hot card. The Expedition Mewtwo, which I still don't have, and this one actually has a pretty gnarly swirl on it. If you guys can see right there. These are awesome. Here's that Alt Art Mew. There's the Hidden Fates Mew. Legendary Collection Mewtwo. I love this one that it's exclusively in the Legendary Collection. You rarely see this artwork. Love that one. We got some reverses. Still need that Crown Zenith Mewtwo. And then my beloved 151, which I think is going to be the most notable set of Scarlet Violet. I don't even care what's coming. I think 151 is still going to be the top dog, whether it's English or Japanese, whatever your flavor is. I think 151 is top dog for SV. Especially because it's just kind of shocking with everything else that we had in SV to get 151. I don't think people really, I mean, we knew it so far in advance, but I don't think we expected 151 originals being thrown into all these Scarlet Violet sets. Oh, these are sweet. So these are the Japanese promos, exclusive Japanese. So these are really sweet. Yeah, I really like these two. These are sweet. I really like this Gengar Mimikyu GX too. And then, just so you guys can see, the Japanese quality of these full arts is incredible. Like, I don't argue with the quality of Japan versus English. I just collect English mainly. But you guys can see the quality of the card itself is absolutely stunning. So, and I'm a big fan of this card in general. It's got some Japanese here, Gengar VMAX. It's always cool to see what people are collecting. Sylveon VMAX. Would love to pull those. The big boy Giratina. Machamp VMAX. I mean, it's all the greats from Sword and Shield era. We got some level X's. I'm sorry guys, I actually have my phone case on today because I really don't want to drop my phone, so it might seem a little lower quality than it typically might be, and that's just because my phone has a case over it. Oh, that's beautiful. That Alakazam's beautiful. The Steelix is sick. The Groudon that I still haven't seen in person. This is the first time I've seen the Groudon in person. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That is a really cool card. I have that Blaziken.
For a card of that. For sure.
Still crazy to me that this is like a $20 card now. Like
it is a super cool card too.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it went from being I think a $50 to $80 card to a $20 card so quickly.
That's the one you just got.
Yeah, the first edition Rockets Mewtwo. That's a gem right there.
No, I actually picked up a lot. That's my Japanese one. Really? I got a 10 on it. You gonna grade them or you gonna grade them? I'm gonna grade that one. What do you think? I think it's a hit too. Yeah.
And we got ourselves a good old Vango. You were lucky if you were able to get even one of these. You got 3 of them? Nice.
And 2 of them graded 10s.
Nice.
That one I actually was happy I got. That's cool. That's not
that's pretty sweet.
That's the real one. Yeah. I was stoked about that. That's because it's the yellow.
Right on, man. Oh, appreciate you. Oh, we got more. We got more.
If you got 151, or if you're interested in 151, I got. This is the man.
Oh, we got some Grady slabs. We got a 10 Lugia.
That one is a 9.
Yo, this is a crispy. This is crispy looking. Yo, mine doesn't even have this kind of. Yo, look at this. This gold card has a shimmer to it that I can't even. Yo, whoa. This is absolutely gorgeous. So this came in these Celebrations UPC. This is one of my favorite cards from the Sword and Shield era.
That's the metal? Yeah. Nice. Not mine would get it in.
Test Tube Mewtwo.
That's the one I'm trying to find somebody.
Oh man, a pristine 10 Master Ball Bulbasaur. Dude, the market on these and the whole thing with you getting 1 per box is just crazy to me.
Okay.
So,
He's got. I did the set. He's got
The whole Japanese set? Good lord. Yeah, those are going for $6,500 right now.
Two Pikachus. They're both pretty nice.
Oh man.
I cried.
Are you all Japanese?
I bought a bunch of my 151. I finished the Japanese, the American, and the Master.
Oh wow.
My wife, when she found out what I was doing, wasn't very happy. But then she kind of, once she saw what the value of the Master Ball was, kind of.
Did you open for all of that? Okay,
They borrow, steal, eBay. We met for a lot of. He actually finished my 151 Japanese review SAR with my last Japanese one.
Okay.
So I bought it from him, and then we bump into each other in
We have a bunch of EXs,
Piedmont, Greenville.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, we bump into each other at shows and just random
It's a
places.
small
He usually
world.
finds me.
I'll probably see you guys at the Collecticon coming up, so that'll be fun.
Always your voice. I always hear your voice. I don't know if that's a bad thing.
All art play photo. I see the escalators.
Sound like you're from up north a little bit.
So, is it me or are all the vendors kind of right here? Because I didn't go to that side. This is it. So this event really is just full on players. Okay.
I was kind of bummed out there wasn't no Japanese in there. Like,
I'm looking for any grails. Like if somebody has a PSA 9 Gold Star Rayquaza, that's what I'm looking for right now to do a major trade.
You know what though? I saw the Latios.
I've got one on me if you want to see one.
I know we've seen it. One of the stores we both go to had it, but they have it.
This is my guy right here.
Oh no,
He's
the
got
hard
a
one.
gnarly swirl in his mouth.
9. Holy shit. What's that going for?
I did a trade with Grogu Loves Cards. I think his name's Pete. We did a trade for like 8.8 trade value, which I know is probably way over on value, but it has a sick orb in its mouth. Like
That thing's around 8 grand.
yeah, and people are selling them on eBay for like 10, 11.
That's probably the last Mewtwo I'll ever try to hunt. That Gold Star.
I'm trying to complete all the gold stars. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay.
And I brought my gold stars. They're with me, but
We should talk to Marshall.
I'm waiting to see if I can find a deal. All right, so they said this case is where the fire's at. So I'm sorry. I know you guys have been waiting. We're 30 minutes in, but you know, at least I'm not trying to sell like I was at Collecticon. This is literally all for just you guys to enjoy the kind of stuff that's here. We got a Blaine's Charizard. You know I like Blaine's Charizard. We've got a lot of World Championship cards in here. And then, of course, an array of base set Charizards. You know, I'm a sucker for base set Charizard. I love that. Love that they have all those. I did bring my first edition Charizard. Really sick to see all these cards. Yeah, guys, I mean, it might not be exactly what I'm looking for right now. Ooh, that Aquapolis Tyranitar for $90. We might actually have a winner right there. I really like that card. I've been wanting that card. I might snag that guy. Yeah, this is definitely one of the better cases that I've seen thus far. Let's zoom out on that. They've got some sealed expedition packs open. I appreciate you. We've got a bunch of ponchos here. Ponchos kind of were all the rage these last couple years. And they've got them mostly here in pristine 10, which is pretty crazy. I'm personally a big fan of the Rayquaza ponchos. Those are some of my favorites. Look at this Obsidian Flames Charizard in a 10 for $300. I mean, it's crazy. People were ripping on Obsidian Flames, but you can still pull crazy value out of it.
I'll just set these aside.
Yeah, this is a pretty good case. I'm definitely about to look at this Aquapolis Tyranitar, guys, so bear with me. I know it's a long video. It's going to take even longer to upload it, but I just did a zoom out perspective, which is kind of nice. I feel like it lets you see a lot more stuff.
Only one of us deals with the slabs. The rest of us aren't really supposed to buy them.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'm just kind of waiting patiently right now, so you guys can
I can find out prices.
look at all these and just appreciate what's in here. If
Buy all
I can take a look at this Tyranitar when you get a sec. Yeah.
This one's 9.5.
But yeah, this place is pretty much primarily this. Everybody just playing at tables. I think it's really cool that they have people battling on Switch though. That's pretty sick. Yo, 1,000 for this Gem Mint 10. That's crazy. Well, I guess it's not crazy because it's a 10, but...
The T-Tar?
Yay, the T-Tar! Aquapolis. This is one of my favorite cards. I just can't seem to find them online for a decent price. Now, yeah, this T-Tar is beyond played, but it's still beautiful. It's a gorgeous card. So just for you guys to see this card up close, this is one of my favorite cards from Aquapolis. I keep putting it off, but I really want like a PSA 9, PSA 10. I couldn't really, because I'm blind, I couldn't really see what the condition was. But and neither can you guys kind of from the perspective, but we've got a little crease in there, some edge wear. Yeah, you can tell from the back. But it's still an absolute beauty. And $90, that's a cheap Aquapolis Tyranitar. But we're gonna try and find one that's a little bit cleaner. Thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, they've got a ton of nice stuff here though. All right, let's check out. All right, we've got a couple other vendors. It looks like a lot of people are at this vendor over here. It's actually, like, this surprisingly is going to make a lot of content in terms of going over all these cases. They differentiated themselves with the orange stickers, right? Like these cases really grab my eyes. So we've got some slabs over here. Let's see what kind of slabs we got. Oh, that Mew EX is sick. There's definitely no shortage of nice cards here, though. There's no shortage of nice cards here. Well, I was worried because we only had... Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, I was worried because I was thinking there wasn't going to be a lot going on here with the few vendors. But the vendors that are here know there's going to be a lot of people attending this event, whether they're playing or just looking for stuff. They know there's going to be a lot of people attending these events, so of course they come prepared with all these goodies. Trying to see. So this actually is the original Japanese Grimer, and he's actually looking up like a creeper. I actually haven't seen one of those in person yet, so that's pretty cool to see in person. A lot of good stuff over here, a lot of alts. Everybody's got alts right now. Not that I don't appreciate them. Ooh, here's a sick Pikachu right here. You do not see that Japanese Pikachu a whole lot. It's hard to get, yeah, you guys can see the lighting on that. Absolutely stunning Japanese Pikachu. My friend just picked one of those up. It's at a PSA 10, but still. A lot of good stuff up here, though. A lot of good stuff up here. Got some Japanese. Let's zoom that out a little bit. We got a PSA 9 Latios. $1,000, which makes me feel good because I traded about $700 for mine. PSA 10, they're selling for $1,000 for that Umbreon. That makes me feel good. The Charizard EX and a 9 for $1,300. I should have taken a $700 offer on that when I had the chance. $1,200 for a Beckett 9 Neo Discovery Umbreon. There's some fire in here. $1,200 PSA 9 Aquapolis Umbreon, absolutely gorgeous. An 8.5, which that's kind of a rare PSA grade. Skyridge Umbreon, what an absolute beauty that card is. I still need that card badly. Oh, and we've got, oh, it's a PSA 3. Okay, well, it's still an awesome card to see. You don't see a lot of Gold Star Espeons out in the wild. This may be one of the few Gold Stars that we see here. We've got a Torchic, an 8.5 Torchic. Definitely need Torchic eventually. Reverse collection Charizard. 2 reverse collection Charizards. That's wild. We got a Gem Mint 10 Flareon. Sweet. That guy's $3,000. That's actually probably not far off. And they have a Skyridge PSA 10. It looks like it's been signed. A PSA 10 Skyridge Charizard. I really did not think I was going to see one of those here, to be honest with you. That's pretty wild to see that here. I didn't even want to bring mine, so that's crazy. And then they've got a Beckett 8 first edition Charizard 14K. It's way out of my price range on a card for that grade. But this is what it's like whenever you go to vendors at any event. They're gonna be higher priced. I don't even know if this one is necessarily for sale. Is the PSA 10 Skyridge Zard for sale? Yo, boss. Is the PSA 10 Skyridge Zard for sale? What are you guys selling it for?
So it's actually, you're looking at right there at the bottom right.
And can I look at it? Yeah, just for my YouTube fam.
It is a set of two. It is in English and in Japanese, both signed by the original artist. That's
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't have the exact number that the owner wants in mind. It's $25,000 or $30,000 for the set.
Oh my goodness. And honestly, as a pair, I know these online are typically, people are wanting 15 to 20. I just got one recently, well under that, but again, this is just, it's a really iconic card, and this is really cool. Guys, I want to show you this real quick. So the Japanese variant is really cool, and my friends are trying to get me on board with collecting Japanese Grail cards for this exact reason, especially with crystals. So this particular, the crystals in Japanese, if you guys can notice, there's really tiny hollows in there. There's like hollow specks on the entire card. You don't get that at all in English. It's only on the Japanese Skyridge and Aquapolis. And on top of that, in Japanese, the Skyridge and Aquapolis have a hollow effect going down the entire card, whereas in English, the hollow effect is only going down the entire card for English Skyridge. But in English Aquapolis, the hollow does not go down the entire card. So there's some little subtle differences from English to Japanese, but this is probably the nicest thing. This probably will be one of the nicest set of cards, or cards in general, that I'm going to see in this entire place. So I appreciate you letting me take a look at these, because I know they're very high-end cards. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. That's really cool to see in here. And this is fullgripgames.com. They had a pretty awesome selection. We have a lot of stuff that we still need to get through here, but I wanted to go straight for the cases because I figured that's where the gold would be. And then it looks like we just have a lot of cheaper modern singles in here. I'm not going to go through all of these. There's a lot of them. Oh no, we've got some vintage hiding out in here too.
It's a whole set.
There's so much stuff here, guys. Like, I don't think I could possibly cover. And then they've got these Festa cards, you know, which were very hot at one point. People love to collect these. They're looking at some right now. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, they're pretty sweet, and I'm a sucker for Pikachu, so I'm kind of digging those. I'm more into the vintage personally.
I think I'm actually all out. Somebody bought a bunch of them.
I was gonna take a picture of myself.
Hopefully this is clear enough for you guys. You can get a good idea of everything that's here and the kind of pricing that you're gonna see at an event like this. I did not think that I was gonna get this much content out of it. I really did not. But turns out there's probably too much here for me to even cram into one video. I may come back tomorrow to try and make some trades or deals, but we've got some sealed packs here. I definitely wanted to keep you guys in mind. Mostly trainers here. Let's go across into here. All $1 cards, all $1 cards, $1, $2 cards.
Thanks so much, what's happening?
And we got a raw Umbreon right here for $650. That's not like terrible. But that's pretty cool to see that raw Umbreon, like a $600 card, just hanging out with a bunch of common modern. Let's see if I can spot anything else in here.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a ton of modern that I need to get my hands on, but I'm
This is just going to be any of the ultra rares that are
not
standard.
pressed.
So all the alternate arts and everything like that are going to be mixed.
Amazing.
Yeah, I saw that Umbreon VMAX in there, and I'm like, why is the Umbreon VMAX sitting with everything else? He deserves to be in that case with the greats, in my
like the
opinion.
Rayquaza, the Giratina, some of those more expensive ones, they're going to be in here just because they're standard.
Is anybody coming in here and buying cards for like deck builds?
All day?
All day, yeah.
All weekend.
The regular one or the alternate?
So this is great because even if you're missing some stuff or you want to get some cards to spice up your deck, you can come to one of these events and probably pick up stuff that you need. All right, guys, I'm pretty happy that I got all of this in one take. I didn't want to edit too much. Let's see, we got a bunch of cheap modern in these cases. It's kind of hard to even see or tell everything that people have because everything is just slotted one over the other. That's good.
Making a video?
Yeah. Well, yeah, trying to. I wasn't sure how much, if any, content I'd be able to make at all because I just figured there's not going to be a lot of vendors. It's going to be mostly players, and they're probably not going to want me up in their business, you know, recording everything. There's my boys over there. Yo, what's good? Pop over here, see what my buddies are doing. These are actually one of my friends who let me know about the event.
What's up, dude?
How we doing, bro?
I'm chilling. Here to play some pogo.
V, you pick anything up? Nope, not yet. There's some cool stuff here. The Skyridge Charizard PSA 10.
They don't have them anymore. They sold them already, but the booth down one had like 6 gold stars yesterday. They sold them all. It was a Celebi, Metagross, Gyarados, Groudon.
What were the conditions like?
They were all like MP, HP.
Oh, okay.
They're beat up.
Okay.
But still just cool stuff to see.
$3 singles, stuff for people to flip through, stuff for people to find if they're missing modern. We got some plushies over here. Overall, I don't feel like I missed out too much if I would have not came out. I don't feel like I would have, you know, lost the chance at anything really. Collecticon is much more pressing, I think, but we're here anyways. We're checking it out. And I know you guys probably are enjoying this right now.
You have these two. I have those two. Got it. I really
definitely need these VMAXs. That's a pretty good price on that VMAX too.
Yeah.
210 on a VMAX. The good thing about a lot of these is that they're ultra modern. They're probably not MP and LP.
Yeah, you got it.
Got an awesome Gyarados Legendary Collection. Guys, there's so much stuff here. I mean, even with the few vendors, I mean, I didn't do this at Collecticon, and for good reason. I would have been going over tables all day. But here we've got about 2 vendors left that we're gonna go over. But I wanted to, give you guys a good idea of everything. The prices in this case are pretty damn good. They're pretty in line with what I'd like to pay. I'm tempted to walk away with a couple of these. That Gengar VMAX and that Dragonite V are kind of calling my name right now. Also, all the 151 Charizards that are here, like that seems like it could be a play for me potentially. There's a lot of awesome stuff in here, guys.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's kind of hard to get a look on everything with some of the cards being stacked onto one another, but overall pretty cool. Bunch of slabs in here. I think a big reason vendors don't want slabs is for this exact reason.
And it makes it like that.
It makes it really, really hard to spread all this stuff out. I mean, this case could have a ton of raw singles, but because it's slabs, you really can't fit nearly as much. Then over here, and honestly, I don't recognize, so we're at next level games right now. I don't recognize a lot of these vendors though, in terms of like my experience at Collecticon. But then again, Collecticon had a lot of single guys that had their own tables. So these are like kind of groups that have tables. Okay. Got some sealed packs, but a lot of good stuff. We're in the home stretch, guys. This is funny because typically my rant style videos go about this length too. So we'll probably be an hour into it when I finish everything here. I honestly thought I would be here way longer, but I'll probably head out after going over these last couple booths. I may walk out of here with some alt arts. I'll keep you guys posted on what I end up doing. As we get down the line, we see some better deals like that Dragonite V right there, which I'm probably just gonna put in my binder. That's $89. That's the cheapest Dragonite V that I've seen so far. So that guy might be a grab. I love how some of the higher end alt arts are kind of shuffled in here.
I'll take both of them actually. Both of them?
Yeah, that Garchomp is sick. I feel you there. I feel you on the Garchomp.
$36 total. 36. Cash or card? Sorry.
Gengar VMAX 181. So yeah, this booth is pretty much beating everybody out price wise. Giratina for 220. Yeah, there's definitely some deals that I might be able to make over here. Let's look over here. Got some stuff in here. We're seeing a lot of Iron Valiants. I don't know what the pull rates were on those on Paradox Rift, but we're seeing a lot of these Iron Valiants hanging out. Umbreon VMAX for $500. Depending on that card's condition, that could be a play right there. $500. Ooh, we got a Gold Star Groudon. That's my style. Wait, Gold Star Groudon for $250? What's the condition on that Gold Star Groudon? Guys, we got my flavor right here. And just for you guys to see, regardless of what I do, it's just really cool to see vintage Grail cards like this. Even at a regionals. Very nice. What's the back like? The back, honestly, it's not that bad. These three sides all look fairly good. It's just that top. I don't want to take too much of y'all's time, so I'm going to keep it moving, but might come back when I'm done with this and look at that guy again. Nice. Yeah, that gets me excited. That's something I can definitely sell online. Especially because when I sell raw cards, it tends to sell a lot faster than graded cards. I don't know why that is, but that's just how it is for me personally. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in here. There's a Gengar Mimikyu hanging out in the back there for $245. That's a sick card. Yeah, man, I thought I had a big collection. Jeez Louise, these vendors are insane. Vendors are insane. First edition Venusaur. We got some really cool stuff over here, guys. First edition Venusaur, $1,000. Charizards on Charizards. Oh man, look at all these Charizards. Good God, look at all the Charizards and Blastoise. It really leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you see that many of those. It's like, geez, are they that common that you just got stacks of them there? All these EX cards. Look how beautiful all these EX cards is. You guys gotta be loving this right now. Gotta be loving this right now. There are so many EX cards. That's crazy. Guys, we're in the home stretch right now. So right now we're at CM Games. But we're pretty much in the home stretch right now as far as stuff we're looking at. And of course, there's a sealed yellow, Pokemon yellow version. That thing is absolutely stunning. What are they asking on that? $4,000. Good sheesh. A sealed Sapphire, $1,600. A sealed booster box. Yo, a sealed base set booster. Yeah, these guys have the good stuff. They've got the good stuff. That's funny. They got some Polaroids in here. Good stuff. So what are you guys selling the boxes for?
It's 20 and 11.
20, 11. I really like Gym Challenge. That's sweet. And this is unlimited, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is pretty sweet, guys. So you could walk into regionals and come out with a base set unlimited booster box if you got 20 grand laying around. Okay, they've got some stuff over here. Cray-delicious. Okay, that's like kind of a play on Cray-dilly. We'll just go ahead and pop in here. Let's see what's over here. And guys, that's pretty much everything right there. There's no vendors whatsoever. There's no vendors on that side. We are gonna go up just so you guys can get an idea of maybe what some of the events are over here. So we're gonna go over here, see what that's like. I'm honestly shocked though with how many people are here. Like, it is insane how many people are here right now. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I might run into some kind of crazy play. I don't really see anything here though that piques my interest too much, but look at the sea of people. My goodness. So this is pretty cool up here. My boys. So I don't see, there's nobody playing up here yet. I don't know when they're going to be playing up here.
Stay tuned this weekend and watch all the action live.
Whoa. Alright, so we do have a game going on up here.
A little bit of Annihilate, a little bit of Flygar, and honestly, a lot of Zumaro.
A lot of Zumaro, a lot of Lickitung, a lot of those bulky picks. Remember, if you at home, you want to let us know, what do you think is going to be successful here in Charlotte? Be sure you are using those hashtags on social media. Let us know what you think of this tournament here in the Queen City of Charlotte. We are ready here for an interview. We are going to toss it over to Nick, who is going to be interviewing K-Shot.
Alright, thank you so much for being here with K-Shot.
Let's walk over here. We got all these people playing right here.
What?
Trying to see if I can get a better look. Look at the Mudkip. Look at the Mudkip. I love the Mudkip. Oh man.
So I got some people I know from this community, so I wanted to come out and see how it is.
Alright guys, so this is what it looks like when you are in a sea of players. This is crazy. All the way to the back of this place. Good gosh. So yeah, there's no vendors at all on this other side. It's pretty much, I wanted to get some footage of them playing kind of on stage, but I'm kind of unable to do that right now because they're not quite set up yet. So But it's pretty cool because I've seen it on screen, but I've never actually walked up to one of these. So it's pretty cool to show these. I'm not sure what's going on in front of me right now.
So it doesn't get as overwhelming and as loud. So
yeah, something I do to calm my nerves before a match. I like to flip through my binder and just check out my cards and like really just try to not think about the match. Yeah, it helps a lot because yeah, if I think about it too much, the game's not going to go good. Yeah, that's what I do.
Something I do to calm my nerves is first I just take a breath and try to remember that at the end of the day, it's just a fun game. We're both here to have fun, win or lose, no matter what.
I think spending time alone as well as like being able to like take time for yourself and focus on a match especially is really important. I find that like sometimes like even talking to friends or even just like being alone and relaxing, it's really just, it helps a lot with like calming down nerves, and especially before a big match, it really just takes the focus onto the game and lets you play at your best basically with the best mindset possible.
So before a big match, I tend to get pretty nervous, and I usually like to take some deep breaths, kind of focus on the moment. Nothing else matters, just this next game. So really I've just been focusing on my breath and yeah, just trying to stay in the moment.
Pokemon trainers, Home Slice Henry here to take you through the 2024 Pokemon Go Portland Regional Championship. The eyes of the Pokemon Go world tuned into Portland as It's Axon and Rubik's Master, both 2023 Portland Regional and Worlds finalists, returned. Gligar led the usage charts at 52%, Medicham continued his fall from relevance as other counter users like Poliwrath and Vigoroth rose to 5th place. On Championship Sunday, Abhinav continued his stellar tournament run, taking down Leo Geo and Kobe Coupland in close series to make it to the grand finals. In the losers bracket, Caleb Peng put together an impressive run, defeating seasoned competitors on his way to a losers finals victory over Kobe Coupland. The stage was set for the grand finals between Abhinav and Caleb Peng. Abhinav used masterful play with Charjabug and Gligar to win game number 1. Caleb was able to force a bracket reset with his trusty Bastiodon in the 3-2 series. In the bracket reset, Abhinav relied on his Whiscash, and with the neutral play it provided, was able to secure the 3-0 series victory and become the Portland State champion. It's not too late to get in on the action this season and begin your road to Worlds. Check out Pokemon.com/compete.
I just loved it since I first saw it. Look up to in the community, Aaron Traylor's somebody that I have an awful lot of respect for. You know, a number of different regional titles, somebody who's like really helped me try and understand maybe some of the things to approach in the game. Some of the stuff like kind of outside of just playing the game that you need to do to become a better player, like mental, for instance. I'd love to fight the current world champion scene again. We had a chance to play at the 2022 World Championships, and I think we both improved so much since then. Now that he's the reigning world champion, that's somebody that I'd love to fight. I think I might have to go with Umbreon. I really love the ring design as a kid. I grew up when Gold and Silver and the Pokemon in them were still kind of hot and new, and Umbreon and Espeon just have such timeless designs. The people I get to hang out with, I have friends all over the country and people that I might not get to see otherwise. You know, being able to see my friends and travel to somewhere new is just such a really unique experience. I don't think anything else except Pokemon would be able to do that for me. No, I just don't think sweet and savory mix. Those are two different things. I'll eat it if it's in front of me, but I'm more of a vegetable pie kind of guy. I'd have to go with my father. He's just been there for me the whole way through my video game championship journey. Just been incredibly supportive. He started out by taking me on the bus to go to events. Now that I'm an adult, he hasn't come to an event for a bit, but I'm sure he would be delighted to learn that I won the World Championships. I like Mew. It's just like cute and mysterious. It's hard to get in the main series of games, and that's something that I've always loved in Pokemon. I love the ones that are a little bit hard to get, like Hydreigon, Garchomp, Pokemon nestled away in some rare kind of cave. Not that Mewtwo's not one of those, but Mew's nestled in the cave, and you have to go to an event for it. It's just unique.
Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. My name is Home Slice Henry, joined by the one and only Alpha Feed here in Charlotte for these regional championships. We've seen some amazing games so far, and we have seen that brand new Pokemon in the world of Pokemon Go, Annihilate, make its presence felt.
Yeah, and it's
a great start to the day. Maybe not for some trainers, but I think it's really incredible that we've already seen the top player, the top finisher from the past regional already get knocked down to the losers bracket.
But that is the very nice thing about the double elimination style tournament, is even though he did unfortunately not secure the win in that last round, he's still not out of the tournament, and we learned a very valuable lesson in San Antonio, Beam, and that is, if you get knocked down to that losers bracket, it doesn't mean you're out. Dune, of course, round one of that tournament getting knocked down to the losers bracket, and then ended up holding that trophy as the San Antonio regional champion.
And we talked about it before, but it is a possibility here again that maybe Dune matches up against Arrow. It would be a repeat of that grand finals, and it's something that we definitely want to look forward to if we get that this weekend.
Most definitely. As we discussed, this tournament is absolutely packed with amazing trainers. As we've already seen, we've seen Abhinav. There are many previous regional champions, many previous worlds qualifiers looking to make a name for themselves here, to see who is going to lift that trophy at the end of Sunday.
We got two more of them up on stage, locked and loaded. It is CO is a Beast versus Mama Climbs. Both of these trainers have been to a number of events before. I think both of them looking to get their first top cut. Mama Climbs is definitely a bit of a community favorite who's looking to secure her first top cut. Oh wait, second I think. I think she very recently got her first.
That is fantastic. And as we take a look at the teams here, what do we see, Phoebe? We do see Annihilate on the side of CO is a beast. CO is a beast with the Annihilate, the Gligar, the Umbreon, the Charjabug, the Cresselia, and the Registeel.
And on the other side of the table, it's going to be Skeledirge, which I know both of us dropped Skeledirge from the from our caster picks, but it's great to see it again. Lickitung, Azumarill, Shadow Venusaur, Gligar, and Umbreon. Actually, Shadow Venusaur was something I was thinking about putting on my caster predictions because I want to see a grass type rise up, help defeat those Azumarills, Whiscashes, Polyrats that are so prominent in the meta right now.
So it's a piece of team. We do see Umbreon, an interesting choice. You're opting for the slightly harder Dark Pulse instead of the Foul Play. Gligar on the standard moveset. Annihilate running that Ice Punch and Shadow Ball. And we do see Cresselia running Grass Knot and opting for Future Sight instead of Boom Blast, which, as we take a look at Mama Climb's team, that choice of Future Sight may provide some interesting benefits and some interesting, let's say, less than ideal matchups.
Some pitfalls potentially against a Pokemon where it likes to have some counterplay. So that would be Mama Climbs' Umbreon, which Umbreon, Snarl last result from Fall Play, able to do a lot of damage and have very similar bulk to that Cresselia, but has super effective damage, whereas Cresselia only has resisted or neutral damage because it's not running that Boom Blast.
We do see, however, one matchup where that Future Sight can be very helpful against that Shadow Venusaur. Opting for the standard moveset, the legacy move, Friendly Plant, and Sludge Bomb. We do see the Azumarill running Ice Beam and Play Rough. I know you mentioned in the previous broadcast that you were a fan of Hydro Pump. We do not see Hydro Pump on this Azumarill, and an Umbreon opting for Foul Play. So both trainers bringing the Umbreon, but a slight variance in moveset. Umbreon with Foul Play, slightly faster pacing, but the Dark Pulse on the side of CO's Beast is going to be slightly more efficient in terms of damage per energy, and do slightly more damage. Alright, and as we take a look at these matchups here, this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup for the Annihilate. As we do see, there are some very strong checks going on the side of Mama Climbs. Of course, Skeledirge is going to be able to put in quite a lot of work, as it does hit for super effective damage in both of its charge attacks. The Azumarill, as we've seen, does have the ability to put in some decent play against that, even though Annihilate can make it somewhat close.
And something interesting coming from CO is the Beast's team. No water types, so nothing to resist that fire type damage. And we see how impactful Incinerate can be, even against something that maybe resists that damage. It does a lot, even while resistant. So having no resistances, having two Pokemon that are weak to it, is going to be that Skeledirge is going to be able to come out and play.
I definitely agree with that. And as we take a look at Pokemon that could potentially be counters for that Skeledirge, which would be the Umbreon and the Gligar Gligar is still taking neutral damage, and the Umbreon is taking super effective damage from the Disarming Voice. So, a bit of a meta trend that it feels like Dune was able to help identify and help him win in San Antonio is that amazing coverage from Skeledirge, and Skeledirge is looking virtually unchecked into CO is a Beast team. So CO is a Beast. Definitely, it's definitely going to be a bit of a difficult matchup here going up against that Skeledirge. But Umbreon, if it's up energy, doesn't play. The Gligar does have a piecing advantage as well. And hey, even if you get that Annihilate up energy, that Shadow Ball will definitely make its presence felt.
Alright, well it looks like our trainers are ready to battle. Here we go into game number 1. It's going to be Umbreon versus Gligar. A very neutral matchup for both of these trainers, and I think they'll be pretty happy to see that. I know when I'm up on the table, I always prefer to see a nice neutral lead so that I don't have to worry too much about having to get RPS maybe later in the battle.
This is a very neutral lead, but the backlines are a bit polarizing. So which trainer decides to make a play for switch advantage could be game impacting. We do see CO is a Beast firing off the Dark Pulse, as we had mentioned, does hit slightly harder than Foul Play at the expense of slightly more expensive pacing.
So that Dark Pulse takes that Gligar just above the yellow, so slightly more than 50% health. The next one's already coming out. Great timing by CO is a Beast to not allow Mama Climbs to go free weak attack. You see the Gligar's able to very handily hold on to reach for another dig here before a third Dark Pulse comes out.
This dig will be no shielded by CO as a Beast, as it will not be enough to knock out. The question is, can Gligar make it to the Aerial Ace? It can, but choosing to make a switch, catching that Dark Pulse onto the Azumarill and saving a lot of energy on the Gligar.
Because of the exact timing of those moves, we actually see a full bubble going through from Mama Climbs. Seeing the Charge Bug answer, it's been interesting. She was actually ABA stronger Charge Bug, and unfortunately for her, it's going to be her weakest Pokemon that goes up against it. But the Skeledirge with Shield is still looking really, really strong in the back, even against something that has ground-type coverage like Gligar.
And we do see CO as a Beast opting to use the first Protect Shield of the match, keeping that Charge Bug very healthy as it fires off the discharge. This is super effective damage into the Azumarill, but the Azumarill too bulky, able to withstand that damage and make it to the last second play rough.
Great knowledge there from Mama Climbs. You know, some trainers might have been feeling like, oh, I need to press Ice Beam, it's a cheaper move. But knowing that you get to the Ice Beam and the play rough at the same pacing on the second time is great there. Does a little bit more damage than the Ice Beam would have done because of the same type attack bonus. And again, Mama Climbs coming in with the Gligar, knowing that she can get off this threatening Aerial Ace. We actually see the second shield come up from CO as a Beast.
CO as a Beast is going to switch into his own Gligar, and in comes the Skeledirge. This is normally a difficult matchup for the Skeledirge as the Incinerate sneaks through. That is 20 free energy for Mama Climbs.
And it's always tough coming in off of a switch to know exactly when you should throw your charge attack against Incinerate. It's a bit of a win-lose situation because it's so much free energy if you give it through, but it's really awkward to use, and you see just how much damage that Shadow Ball does. One more Incinerate's actually able to take out the Gligar.
CO as a Beast has energy everywhere, going to be firing off the discharge, but a discharge will not be enough to knock out the Skeledirge from Mama Climbs. Mama Climbs is going to use a Protect Shield here. Mama Climbs, we now see the switch into the Umbreon, but the Skeledirge just looks inevitable in this endgame, so close to the back-to-back Disarming Voices. Disarming Voice number 1 KOs the Umbreon. All that's left in the back is the Charger Bug. Oh, but that already got KO'd, Phoebe.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how much damage that Incinerate does. I also was unsure if it was still around, but it did fade from the Incinerate that snuck through when that discharge was thrown. And the Umbreon not having any energy as well, great knowledge by Mama Climbs, is willing to use that shield in a position where it maybe would have been a little bit less effective, but it didn't matter. There was no energy left on that Umbreon. Going back into the replays, we see that dig in that lead matchup and the great catch of the Dark Pulse into the Azumarill, really neutralizing CO is a Beast's energy.
And the timing on that catch as well, getting that free bubble through on the catch, did allow Mama Climbs to make it to this last second play rough. Without the very precise timing there, would not have been able to make the play rough. He sends in the Gligar, in comes the Skeledirge, and the Skeledirge, I apparently need to stop underestimating the Skeledirge theme, because Skeledirge, that Incinerate KOs the Charger Bug, denying its energy.
We're already locked and ready to go into game number 2. It's the same exact leads Umbreon into the Gligar, and I believe it's the exact same teams overall.
It is both trainers liking the way that their teams worked in game number 1, but for CO's a Beast, maybe just looking to make some alterations as to how he ended up playing.
I think going into game number 2 with the same line, CO's Beast has to be a bit more cognizant of the catch of that final Dark Pulse into the Azurill, because I think that was probably what gave Mama Climbs the massive advantage in the end. Maybe a little more careful about shield usage as well, because Mama Climbs was in a very strong position, given that she had 2 shields remaining for Skeledirge.
You see Gligar able to withstand that charge attack, continuing to farm, going for the dig. We know this will not be enough to knock out. CO as a Beast is choosing to let this go, so not committing to the matchup. This is previously where Mama Climbs made a catch. Does she go for a catch? Again, she tries to go for the catch, but this time the patience by CO as a Beast, saving that energy for later and sending in the charge bug.
That energy is going to be really impactful, because if you remember in the end game, he did not have energy on the Umbreon, and now he does have energy on the Umbreon. He's going to be able to very comfortably be able to handle switch advantage here. Discharge coming through. We're going to see a first play rough reached by Mama Climbs, but CO's Beast should know this is not Hydro Pump. It's not going to threaten a knockout. Mama Climbs has not used her shield yet. I do not want to use mine yet either.
And that is the advantage of open team sheets. You are aware exactly what your opponent's moves have, so he knows he's going to be able to withstand the damage, fire off the discharge, pick up the knockout, and with energy stored, and now this is an even shield situation, whereas in that first game, with the 2-0 shield advantage, that Skeledirge was looking extremely deadly, but now in even shields, it's a lot more favorable for the Gligar.
And the Gligar is going to potentially get a nice farm down here, except I believe the switch clock just comes up, so Mama Climbs is going to be able to switch out if she likes. Stores the Aerial Ace. I really like that, because the Aerial Ace might be impactful if it's able to get thrown into that Umbreon before. And I see you grimacing another Arid full Incinerate able to sneak through there.
That is 20 free energy beam, and you do not want to give Skeledirge free energy. Skeledirge fired off Disarming Voice. We see the shield from CO is a Beast, and Mama Climbs correctly shielding that dig, plus this free energy. She went into this matchup down energy, but now it's suddenly looking a lot more neutral.
We see the next Disarming Voice coming out at the same time as the dig. I think this is going to threaten the last shield from Mama Climbs, and then if we recall, there is a Dark Pulse stored on that Umbreon, so the question all becomes, where does that Dark Pulse land? Is it going to be caught, or will it be threatening a knockout? We actually don't see a switch available. The immediate swap, a full Incinerate goes through, but this Dark Pulse is going to do so much super effective damage against this not so bulky Skeledirge, not quite able to pick up the knockout.
Skeledirge hangs on, the Incinerate gets it low, the switch into the Gligar. Gligar firing off the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace will pick up the knockout. Now the question is for Mama Climbs, is there a charge attack ready on that Skeledirge? Back in comes the Gligar. CO is a Beast, is going to get the farm down. Does Mama Climbs have a move? In comes the Skeledirge. It has the Disarming Voice. Is this going to be enough to KO Veeb?
It's going to be a really close. Gligar's very bulky, but Disarming Voice not quite enough to pick up the It's going to secure game number 2 for CO as a Beast, tying the series 1-1.
What a close end game there.
Oh, man.
You see the battlers' reaction on the stage. Oh my, just right down to the wire there. But the Gligar able to withstand the Disarming Voice, and a very impactful adjustment by CO is a Beast. You made a great call there, where they ran the exact same teams again. CO is a Beast liked his team, but just thought that he didn't make the plays needed. He makes the adjustments in game 2, doesn't let the energy be caught, saves the shields, and as we see here in the recap, up 2 shields, sorry, with 2 shields, shields instead of being down 2 shields, it was in a much better spot.
Yeah, even though Skeletor's patience to those disarming voices quite quickly just wasn't quite enough to knock out the Gligar. Disarming voice is about the same damage as foul play. It doesn't have the same type of attack bonus, but the digs pulling the shields earlier, the aerial aces coming through after that super effective Dark Pulse was enough to pick up the knockout. I was actually a little bit surprised that the Dark Pulse didn't get it closer to a knockout. There were still like 3 or 4 snarls worth of health left. I think maybe Zio as a beast could have optimized a little bit on that final charged attack. But here we go into a decisive game number 3.
Here we go.
Registeel into Gligar.
What a lead for Mama Klein.
Oh, we got the Steelix going in.
Take a look at the back.
I love Steelix.
Has that charge bug in the back, which also doesn't want to see the Gligar. Opting for a strategy running ABA weak to the Gligar. The Gligar's on the lead feed. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, and it's non-shadowed as well, so it can hold on against these Zap Cannons a little bit more easily. I think it takes 3 for the non-shadow, whereas 2 plus lockouts might be enough for a shadow variant, but an attempted catch on the dig. Now we see Mama is in a bit of an interesting position. She could switch in her Skeletors, but the Charger Bug's up energy, so I'm not sure she's quite wanting to yet. Also, the Skeletors has a really great matchup against Registeel, so she could just stay in as well.
In comes the Skeletor. These Incinerates absolutely shredding through the health bar of the Charger Bug. Charger Bug will fire off the Discharge. Discharge not going to be enough to knock out. Zio is a beast, trying to make it to another Discharge, but it does not get there. The Skeletor continues its fiery rampage in this series.
In comes the Umbreon, and now we see the first disarming voice. Remember, this is now super effective damage going into a Dark type. You see just how much more damage it will do. It actually does a little bit less than a third of that Umbreon's health, but look at how much damage those Incinerates do. Umbreon almost down into the yellow.
For being a quote-unquote bad matchup for you, Skeletor just putting up a fight. The Dark Pulse will pick up the KO, but the Umbreon is not going to like what Mama Klein has available as her final Pokemon here. In comes the Azumarill. The switch, however, not yet up for Mama Klein's, but Zio is a beast opting not to send in the Registeel.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough spot here because Registeel would have really loved to be paired up against this Azumarill. An attempted catch on the play rough, but Mama Klein's extremely patient there, not throwing their move, knowing that she's not threatened by anything that Umbreon can throw in return. Shielding the dig is the correct choice by Zio's Beast, but he needs to get to another 2 other charge attacks here because Mama Klein still has 2 shields. The first set coming through, not pulling the debuff, but she's going to pace to this next dig very fast. And honestly, Air Lace might be enough damage soon after these wing attacks.
The pacing is so tough for Registeel in this matchup. The Gligar almost to the red health, but the Registeel with lock-on has no fast move pressure. It has no way to remove it from the field. In comes the Umbreon, but at this point, Mama Klein can save the shield for the Azumarill. The Azumarill did not fall for the switch into the Registeel earlier. It has so much energy, and this is just looking like a game win for Mama Klein.
Yeah, with nearly 2 play roughs loaded, and we were talking earlier about how the disarming voice did nearly a third. I think this will be enough to knock out play rough, being a little bit more damage, same type attack bonus, although Azumarill's attack is a lot lower than Skeletor's. Very well easily able to clean up game number 3 and push her way through winners round 3.
And what do you know, Beep? Skeletor, it's back. Honestly, it might have taken the fact that we took it off our caster predictions personally in that game. Skeletor showing why he won the San Antonio Regionals, and Skeletor honestly felt like it was very nice bench pressure into preventing that Annihilate from being brought, because Skeletor has the pacing advantage, and you're able to hit more heavy neutral damage with the Incinerate. And I mean, we saw it put in so much work in all 3 of those games in that series.
Yeah, and you don't actually have to go for Shadow Ball, which is nice for the Skeletors, whereas the Annihilate, in order to threaten any damage, needs to go for the Shadow Ball. You can't throw Ice Punch because your counters are resistant.
Alright guys, so unfortunately there's not a lot of vendors here. and I don't want to just buy cards because they're the only options that I have. That being said, I ended up just not picking up anything at all. I really wanted to get a Gengar VMAX. I also really wanted to pick up the Dragonite V Altart. I'll probably come in tomorrow and see what else they have and maybe try my hand at it again, see if maybe they got some new stuff in. There's definitely no Grail cards here that I really want to trade for, but that's fine. I'm here for the event. I did run into a couple people that knew me. That was kind of cool. I also ran into some people that I've seen on YouTube that I know of, so that was pretty cool. I'm walking back over here to the tournament area just to see who they've got in the booth, and I might do one more segment on who they got in the booth. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today and head on home. So let's see who we've got over here.
I just want to remind everyone.
Yeah, nobody's in the booths right now, so I'm probably gonna head on out of here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to catch as much content as possible. These guys are getting ready to do a match, but I'm tapped out. I'm hungry. I want to relax, get some lunch, and I also have to work today, so I'm gonna have to go in like 5 hours. So I figure I need a little bit of downtime since I was working till midnight last night. But all in all, pretty cool experience. Never been to one of these before. What's gonna happen here at regionals is there will be, at the end of the day tomorrow, 8 lucky people that will go to the World Championship, where I guess 800 or 900 people are gonna compete at the World Championship at that point. So yeah, peace out. This is me walking out of regionals now. What's going on, guys? So I am walking back to the car now to pack up. Definitely didn't need to take everything with me that I brought here, but it's all good. It was a good experience. I definitely want to get more of the footage of the actual gaming tournaments. I think those are actually pretty cool. Let me know what you guys thought about the content of that. I know I should have stayed longer and gotten more of it. I'm just tired and I do want to go home. But let me know what you guys think of that content. If you want to see more of it, you guys are always super appreciative of whatever content I get whenever I go to these things. People are coming all over the world to come to this regionals. There's people staying in the West End right across the street. And it's a cool experience that not everybody gets to have, so I'm glad that I can share that with you guys. Even if I'm no expert on playing the game or playing, you know, the card game in itself, I definitely met some people that are kind of, I guess, you know, trading card experts in terms of playing the actual game itself. They didn't know me, but I knew them just from watching YouTube videos and occasionally seeing people playing at regionals or world championships. But it's pretty amazing, you know. They've got, you know, I think it was a $10,000 cash prize and a $5,000 cash prize. I mean, there's, you know, a lot of people are doing this to have a good time for fun, but there's definitely money in it, and it's really cool to see families supporting their kids and doing what they love, and, you know, making the effort and going the distance so that they can have those experiences and play against people from all over the world. I think it's really amazing, and honestly, I'm kind of wishing that I would have gotten something together and been able to register to play. You know, being a collector and being in this environment where everybody is really playing the game, it really puts things in perspective to how big that community is in reality. You know, a lot of times I think collectors, myself included, have jaded opinions or perspectives that there's not as many people currently playing the card game or the video game as much as collecting the actual cards. And, you know, I do look at it a lot from an investing standpoint, but at the same time, you know, I do want to be a part of the fun. I want to be a part of the community. I want to have fun playing with other people. Even if, you know, I don't win or, you know, lose, it doesn't matter. It's all about the experience. So, yeah, hopefully I don't have any issues getting out of this Whole Foods, but I appreciate you guys. Hopefully this will be an entertaining video. Lord knows it's gonna take forever to edit this and put it all together. So hopefully it's a good one and not too bad. Anyways, peace out. I'm headed home to edit this video and get it uploaded. Hopefully there's some stuff that when I watch it over, I'll be able to enjoy too. Because while you're in there, it's hard to focus on actually being present and just enjoying the event, because I'm recording everything. And pretty much the whole time with you guys, I was recording until I went to go look for some alt arts, which the reason I didn't buy any alt arts is because almost all of them were either had a little bit of damage or were off center. Yeah, so nothing against any of the vendors or anything. A lot of high quality cards there, a lot of cards that I really wanted to get. But the thing is, eBay makes it really, really easy to buy everything and anything, essentially. So I don't see, you know, why it would matter, you know, if, you know, to feel pressured to buy anything from the convention when I can probably pick it up online fairly easily. Anyways, I am at my car now, my nice beauty. It was nice to drive that car out today, but I'm headed out, guys. Peace.